Hello, I'm IBX Toycat. I hope. Yeah, I'm IBX Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today, I am replenishing my Netherrack supplies. Can you believe I only have one chest and one shulker box left, but yet I need hundreds of thousands. Coincidentally, wow, conveniently, at the same time, as you might know if you've been following this project, I also have 100,000 or so Netherrack blocks that I need to mine, and so, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, today I'm going to use up an entire diamond pickaxe, this efficiency for unbreaking free thing, and I'm going to use that to mine my big tunnel. If you haven't seen my big hole, this is my favorite part of the internet, because I can show you it is a big, beautiful hole. As you can see, I've been mining through the Netherite here, and I've been mining diagonally, actually. It makes a really nice effect, in my opinion, and this is my big, Nether hole, and today I'm going to be mining through even more of it, and then filling up these chests, which I've previously have used to make my big Nether in the overworld. I need so many more of those chests, and so where do I come? The Nether. What do? I mine blocks, and I hope I don't get hit by blazes. It's a simple living, and it's one we're going to have to make. It's going to be a lot of fun, so join me for the journey. I say it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of hitting the right trigger over and over again. And the saddest thing, I think I have to admit this now, I think we have to mine the blaze spawner here. I want to keep a blaze spawner going. I want to somehow do that, but I've just come to the conclusion that this thing is going to have to go. It's very, very tragic, and so we'll mine all the way around it first. But sadly, I mean, can we really just have a blaze spawner? You know, can we be in a world where we take all this damage from fire and then leave a fire mob spawning pit in the center here? I would say the answer is a clear no, but you know, we can all have our own answers. So, yeah, by the way, just a quick little announcement. I want to point out that subscribing to the channel is something, obviously, you know you can subscribe to channels on YouTube, but the reason you should do it is because in December, I'm going to be streaming almost every day between the 1st and the 24th of December. That's right, it's like an advent calendar, but worse because it's a British guy instead of, you know, something tangible. I didn't know advent calendars were a British thing, by the way. I really thought they were everywhere. Like, you know, when it comes to commercializing holidays, I feel like America's #1. Like, you guys haven't got aboard the advent calendar thing? It's crazy to me. Seems like an oversight, but yeah, I'm gonna finally mine this blaze spawner. As I say, that fun fact, you can subscribe and you'll see Streamless, everyone's favorite yearly series. There's a few things. Also, thank you Winter Gem for the first tip of the stream, and thank you Angela Van Kampenhout for the first membership of the stream. It's good to see you, Angela. You know, I say Angela because you're from I mean, you're from the Netherlands, but you know, you're from Europe, which is obviously what you say when you're referring to Europe minus the UK. That is a confusing thing we do here. Don't question it. But yeah, I feel like Angela just isn't correct. Like maybe I'm wrong there. We had one of our moderators on this channel is Dutch, and she said her name kind of funny too. So I just assumed, like, you know, that's how names be if they're in a different language. Because, you know, different sounds are easier for different people. In Japan, they struggle with the R sound. Or is it the L sound? No, it's the R sound. Like, you know, saying like red is really, really hard. And so instead, if you've never heard that, that's a fun fact. I think they struggle with the sound in German, like, or the W sound, sorry, like walking. It's, anyway, there's all sorts of weird ones. But, yeah, lots of countries have different struggles with different letters. So it makes sense that names are said differently too. You know, Jia to mean G is a bit of a weird one when you think about it. Also, I'm going to end up with so many blaze rods just while clearing this area out so I can mine blocks, huh? But that's fine. Breaking one spawner is not such a big deal in a 10-year-old solo world. But it would be such a convenient spawner if I could keep it, right? We can all agree on that much, right? It would be very convenient if I could keep it. But sadly, I can't. So yeah, as well as mining all this Netherrack, I'm going to mine some Nether bricks. Mostly just because they're also here in the way. It's not the same thing, but it will use up my diamond pickaxe, which, as we all know, is the entire point here. So yeah, the other reason you should subscribe is relevant to something I actually got. So I have my plumber moved out recently. That's my life update for you, and I've replaced him with a lovely lady from the former Soviet Union, and so you know, it's a really weird story, actually. I don't want to like dox or anything, but she used to live in my house, and that's why I figured she'd be a good prospect to live there again, right? Like, okay, well, she lived there, and then now she didn't, and then she's gonna live, you know, it just seems logical to me in a very backwards, warped, not at all sense. Yeah, so I got a message from her today being like, there's really loud beeping, and I don't know what it is or why, and I was like, it's the fire alarm. Because this is the most frustrating thing about fire alarms. Fire alarms will beep at you to let you know that you need to change the battery. Instead of the battery just going out and dying, obviously, what happens is the battery gets close to dying, and then when it dies, the beeping still continues, because, at least as far as I know, fire alarms have to be plugged into the mains, or have an alternative secondary battery, just to beep at you to let you know to change the battery. Fire alarms are so infuriating, and so I said, oh, don't worry, you know, all you have to do, you can unplug that fire alarm, you can take out the batteries, make sure you subscribe to IBX Toycat, because as we all know, greater than 99% of house fires happen to people who aren't subscribed to the IBX Toycat channel. And then what she said in exchange was, sorry, is this a cult you're trying to get me to join? Or, you know, I just want the beeping to stop. And that's when I let her know that the great benefits of an IBX Toycat subscription are not only will you not need fire alarms ever again, but also, you know, this is a lot of fun. Also, I can do some light plumbing. Let me know if you need a quick pipe job. Honestly, you know, it is a big, I guess if you think about it, especially if you live in a somewhat non-urban area, being like being a guy kind of comes with the responsibility of learning like the basics for plumbing and electricity and, you know, all these like basic services that you have in a house. And so, in a way, everyone should live with a plumber, and that plumber should be them or their significant other. But in another way, don't live with your plumber. It's a big, you know, people say like, don't live with your friends, and you know what? I've learned that lesson. Don't live with your favorite handyman. You know, we're just about cordial about it now, but we had like the worst breakup ever, me and my plumber. Just to clarify, we weren't in a relationship, but like our plumbing, you know, relationship came to an end. You know, it sounds like I'm gay with my plumber at this point, but you know, that's okay. You can believe what you want. Do I get extra points on YouTube if that's the case? You know, like, will I get invited to those like LGBTQP like summits where like, oh yeah, I am the P. I am dating a plumber. Is that how that works? Or is he the P because he is the plumber? You know, I don't know how any of this works. I gotta re-up on my knowledge for the days. Also the it's the L that is pronounced like an R. No Japanese words are spelled with an actual L. See, yeah, right, because of the challenge in pronouncing a certain letter, because of the challenge, there is like a lot of words are changed to avoid it. Fun fact. Now you know. Did you know that you know? Because you do know. Also, I think I should just like close off some of this to stop stuff like that happening. Also, did you see that? The block appeared way after the fact. So like, just for now, place a big wall there. I don't want to deal with this. Also, look at the speed of bedrock regeneration. I'm still healing from those blazes I got hit by a while ago. Like, if you come into the Nether, bring some potions or some golden apples or something. He shall no longer plunge the depths of your holes, says Cat Beanie. It's true, it's true. Anyway, so yeah, this is my big project. I've been off it for about a month. I should kind of address that right now. I think in Minecraft, it's really important to take breaks from stuff. And I had it in my mind that this project in particular, I wanted to do when I'm in this setup. So the setup's consistent. So I have been taking like a deliberate break. But also, I've been back here for 2 weeks now, and I haven't been doing this. Because I wanted to wait until I had like a cathartic desire to destroy things, and then the spare mental capacity to like, I don't know. What would you say I'm using my spare mental capacity for right now? Talking about plumbing? Yeah, just about that. Yeah, you no longer need to clean your... Funnily enough, you know what, I do have to say, for a plumber, he messed up a lot of stuff, which then had to be like he unscrewed, you know how showers, there's like a shower, he unscrewed all of that stuff, and it's like, why would you even? Why did you do that? And then he installed a tap, but he installed a faulty tap, and it's like, why did you hate the old tap so much? Because he'd been living there for 4 or 5 months without a tap in his bathroom, because he installed a broken one and then just never got around to fixing it. Like, admittedly, this does sound like me in Minecraft, but this is like him in the real world. You just keep digging till the plumber comes back. I'm starting a campaign right now. I will not stop digging until my plumber comes home. You know, it's gonna happen eventually, right? It's gotta happen eventually. Okay, so first things first, let's go empty our inventory. It is a little bit... So, I figured placing a bunch of chests at the start of this place was a really smart idea. Except, as we dig more and more of the tunnel out, the distance between the fresh tunnel and the old tunnel gets further and further, right? So I'm like... I have to place a lot of blocks just to get in here, but that's fine. All of this goes in there. I should probably put the nether quartz in a separate place, but... You know what? I should probably start flossing every day, too. You know, that's probably... That's one of those, like, jokes that's probably like, oh, I'm American and I floss all the time. One of the few stereotypes that seems like it's based in truth is that Americans really do care a lot more about their dental stuff than British people. And my best theory on why, if you're curious, because I started flossing when I had gingivitis a few years ago, and then I just got out of love with it because I bought those toothpicks, you know, the ones that come on a thing, and then I ran out and like, what am I going to do? Am I going to buy more toothpicks? Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, your plumminess. Basically, I came to the conclusion, I came to the conclusion from being here that, like, yeah, over here, everyone talks about, like, this is a surreal conversation I've had multiple times of people being like, oh yeah, I cannot wait to get, what's it called, Invisalign in. It's like, that just sounds unpleasant. Like, why? But, you know, it's good that people care, I guess. I guess culturally, people must look at smiles more here. Because if you think about it, this is like too deep for the start of a Minecraft stream. But like basically everything you do is about showing other people that, you know, like fashion goes in and out, but yet you can always be fashionable by following the new trend. There is no such thing as objectively fashionable. There is only what other people see as fashionable, right? There is no such thing as objectively a good haircut. Because, you know, mullets at one point were cool. Having an afro maybe is cool. I don't know. Is my hair cool? Do you like my hair? If you don't, you might eventually. This will become a style. This is the madman style. This is the style for the sort of person that mines hundreds of thousands of Netherrack blocks. My friend is dating a dentist. Something joke. See, dating, you know, I feel like, first of all, you know, that's gonna be a person with lots of experience. I don't know, it's like dating a nurse, right? Like, on the one hand, it sounds like, man, this is good, you know, they're gonna be able to look after me. On the other hand, it's like, man, this is a person who spends their whole day, like, looking after people as they die. Is that what you want? I actually feel like it actually, you know, there's a lot of benefits to it. But it's also like, every occupation is every weird occupation, every, like, non-standard occupation has, like, huge upsides and downsides. I like your hair. Thank you, Cancer's Attitude. I shaved my beard. This is the saddest thing ever. I'm going to a wedding next week, quite an important one, and my one concession is that I had to shave my beard. I think that's not my one concession, but I also thank you very much for the tip, wet mud socks. How did you meet your plumber? Did you break your toilet so many times and said, well, you might as well live here? I mean, yeah. Well, you never had the interaction when, like, there's a tradesperson who's come around the house to fix something for the third time, and you're like, you know, given at this point, why are you commuting so far? Oh, you live in East Ham? That's really far away from here, man. Why don't you just? I got a spare guest bedroom. Why don't you move in? And you know, then we can. Well, then you can just always be on site, and you know, we can take the plumbing out of your rent, and then yeah, that's how it happened. Went up. No, to be more serious, because I just think it's so much more funny to never explain why my plumber is my plumber. But the real story as to why is that the one day I woke up and I realized that I couldn't be the person that I was being before this point, you know? You might think that story was going to have a satisfying actual explanation. No, there's never going to explain why I was living with my plumber. He really was my plumber, and he really did live with me. you may want to reevaluate your diet if it's that bad. You know, it's funny. I am currently going through like the worst like stomach issues, and I finally worked out after like a few years of stomach pain. Like, okay, caffeine aggravates it, alcohol aggravates it, and spicy food aggravates it. I think maybe milk too, but like everyone thinks they're lactose intolerant because everyone is slightly lactose intolerant. I don't know if it's thinking if it's true. Everyone, but whatever. So I finally work, and then like I finally come to the issue of like I cut all those foods out, and I still have some issues. I mean, I guess I still eat them occasionally. You know, the problem is when you, like, if you're me and you work out like, oh yeah, you can be healthy. All you got to do is not eat these foods. I'm such a contrarian. I'm like, ooh, yeah, you want to tell me I can't eat spicy food? I don't even like spicy food. It burns your mouth. It burns your stomach. It burns all the way through. But it's like, ooh, yeah, now it's forbidden fruit, right? Who doesn't want it? Also, so all the good things are bad for your stomach. Exactly. If something is good, then it is bad. And if something is bad, you know it must be good. That's why they make protein shakes taste like arse. That's why, that's why, you know, the cutest Minecraft mobs do nothing for you, while the most useful Minecraft mob is like, actually, what is the most useful Minecraft mob? It's gotta be like the chicken or something. Maybe just the cow. Also, is arse a swear word? You know, it's definitely not. You know, I cannot believe that anyone assumes that it is. Also, you know, we're allowed to swear. This is a YouTube live stream, right? I can say the bad words, all I like, and you can't even stop me. I mean, I guess you can't stop anyone saying bad words ever. I mean, I would question whether swear words are bad words, right? Like, sure, we societally use them as bad words, and so they work that way. But if everyone tomorrow just decided, oh yeah, it's okay to say, you know, whatever, whenever you like, then we'd all get bored of these words and we'd start using like real things. Like, I don't know. You know the word idiot used to be like really offensive. Like that would be the clinical term to describe someone who is, you know, like just, I actually feel what it is. It's like someone who's just really mentally incompetent. You know, maybe like the one of the few words I can't say is the long R word. But the R word is to death. You know, and then it's the same thing. It's like we take a word that means something and we use it to like insult people. Like, oh yeah, you forgot to take the milk out yesterday. You're such an, you know, short R word. Yes, swearing is funny. Exactly, swearing is funny. It's just factually accurate. Well, see, I am just collecting a lot of weird blocks in here, huh? That's okay. I'm getting some coal too, getting some magma creams that I'm never gonna use. I'm gonna have to do a chest organization stream soon, by the way. Are you excited for that, chat? I'm gonna organize so many chests. You're not even mentally prepared for the amount of chests I'm gonna organize. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be absolutely insane. Also, Vsauce did a video on that. Also, what's this special drink today? Hope you're okay, Toycat, says Caitlin Margreta. You know, your name is Caitlin Margreta. I feel like you're paid off by Big Margarita to get me to talk about what drink I'm having. I like margaritas. They're tasty and they have sugar in them. What more do you need in the world? No, I recorded my podcast earlier, and I brought Dreamworld Coca-Cola today. Oh yeah, I have that in my fridge. It is also we gotta like do something about that, right? It's Dreamworld Coke is a little bit disappointing to me. It's definitely a marketing thing to just be like, let's just make something different. It doesn't matter what the difference is. People like different, and I think that's a problem. I think we need to not do that. I think we should actually care about specifics and differences. But I also think I'm a crazy man yelling at clouds or something like that. So I understand. Also, you have a podcast, says Sammy Pop. I do. It's a really weird deal for the podcast, but it is here on YouTube. It's also on Spotify. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of editing of this one. Well, I'm not gonna do some editing, but it's gonna be edited. We're gonna see how that goes. Maybe, or maybe we won't. But yeah, I think this one was like the best one so far. Yeah, having a guest on was good. Honestly, I say this all the time, and that's because it's true. That, like, going a little bit outside your comfort zone is always actually a good idea. It never feels like a good idea, it always feels quite terrifying. But it is a good idea to do, and, you know, like, talking to people is, like, not my idea of the best time in the world. But it's also something where I appreciate, like, okay, this is a thing we do have to do, though. Also, yeah, this is just that this goes diagonally across there, which means if we just place an extra block there, and yeah, we'll be able to use our Netherrack at the same time as mining it. I mean, I should really just stick to mining with the diamond pickaxe. I do need to use that up, right? Also, your soda has less than 23 flavors. You are better getting some water. Water versus soda is an interesting one, right? Because most of a soda is water. Even the sugariest, like, worst for you drink, like a Mount... You know, like, I don't know what you're thinking of, but, like, the worst beverages for you, they're still mostly made up of water. It's just, you know, are those other things so bad that they negate the good of the water? Because if they are, then the only reason you should drink water is if you're thirsty, which is a very good reason to drink anything. By the way, I've got a, it's called like an iron flask, also ouch. I got this is like a really cool product, actually. It's made from iron, so it actually hurts when you bonk someone in the head with it. Pro tip. You need to get a container that hurts. And that actually really hurt, Jesus. It was such a light bonk. But yeah, it's got one of these like little foldable lids. I can drop this off a mountain and it'll be fine. That's the cool thing about outdoorsy stuff. Outdoorsy stuff is designed to be beat up by the elements. Because if you think about it, the modern world is like pretty soft. You know, like if you're in an office, that's relatively soft. If you're in a, you know, there's lots of soft places in the real world. Also, I'm going to stop mining that because I realize probably better to go a little bit further out here. Go past this, and yeah, let's mine this part of the tunnel a tiny bit more because this is a very important part of the tunnel. Jump over another gap that's gone missing, just to make it a little bit bigger and clearer and all those other things. Let's go, and then mine out the ceiling as we run. Just want to make more space so that when I come here in the future, it's very, very clear exactly where the pathway is. I've gotten lost here a few times. That is a problem, to say the least. But, yeah, also, Atrocious said, hey, Toycat, I tried, but mine never worked. What did you try, but it didn't work, Mr. Atrocious? I'm very curious. I hope it's all going well. Also, you inspired me to terraform a flower forest, and then bone meal to see the flower pattern. I'm halfway through and have 12 chests full of dirt and cobble. That is the sort of project that might drive you crazy if you do it too long. I'm going to warn you right now. You know, I hope you're aware, but that will drive you crazy. You can, you know, you're like staring into the void right now. I really want to do it myself. Like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, wow, okay, that is something. Yeah, that was, it's a new hire, actually. Or it's a new, like, I guess we're working on hiring him. But, yeah, I've got a new guy, and, his real world title is, project manager. So, like, we're seeing, like, okay, how can that work for this? And, that was one of the most, like, yeah, I was like, ooh, okay. I didn't even appreciate what I was seeing at first. It took a while to, but, like, see, that sort of stuff is really cool. I'm glad it inspired you digging truths. That's to me the important thing about, that's to me what makes a good Minecraft channel, is if it makes you go, oh my god, I want to play Minecraft. Like, it's probably bad for engagement reasons, because YouTube values how long you can make a session. Like, if you can get someone to watch YouTube for 12 hours, they love your video. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Also, I'm going crazy trying to get the last 3 iron bars. I need an ultra flat, says Nintendo Life. Okay, so maybe to help you out, you can make furnaces so you can actually smelt down armor if you need to. I think so, at least. Wait, I forget how you get cobblestone. It's one of those recipes. But you can smelt your way to get also golden apples while there's a certain bug in place. So, yeah. Also, that's staring into the void coming from Toy Cat. Watch out. Indeed, I'm just saying. One of the few places a tome of undying will not save you, huh? One of those places. Also, no message, says Dixon. Did you type in no message, or was there no message? See, we're never gonna know. It's gonna be a mystery forever. No, thank you very much, Dixon. Appreciate the tip. I'm going to later today. I'm going to a hot pot place, I think. I've been wanting to go forever. But yeah, I'm you put hot things into like soup, and that's how you cook them. I don't know the it's fun. It's what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that. I kind of like. I know this is like I'm just describing restaurants here, but I like the idea of like pay by what you eat. Because okay, you know, all you can eat is a really great idea. It seems like on the surface, until you realize that all you can eat means that you have to eat a ton to get your money's worth. You know, if you think about it this way, imagine going to a restaurant where it's $10 a plate. Every plate is $10. Or it's as many plates as you like for 30. Well, now you have to eat 3 plates. Otherwise, you would have been better off buying them individually. And so even though most buffet places won't let you buy a plate or an item individually, there's this like mindset people have. Also, thank you, Darren Hughes, for gifting 10 memberships, including to Jojo Morgan. I wonder if they fixed the thing and if it'll show up 10 times, or if it's gonna show up just the one time. Oh no, we got it. Frances Bogneville. You gotta thank our boy Darren Hughes for the memberships. Actually, wait, I'm gonna search Darren Hughes right now. I remember it was last stream. I was super curious. Okay, Darren Hughes. I searched you and I cannot find you. Unless you're Darren Hughes 7. No, you're not all about family's friend, golf and beer. That is not you. You know, okay, if I go to my followers, maybe. I got 102,000. Can I search my followers? Darren. You know, I'm gonna need your Twitter handle, Darren. Darren Hughes Orlando. Oh, you've got a last name and you didn't even tell me. Daniel Hughes Orlando. Wait, is it Hughes? Am I going crazy? Did I make that up on the spot? No, it's Hughes. Darren Hughes Orlando. That's easy to type in. You know what? You don't exist. Okay, I'm gonna Google search it. She said that's what you gotta do. Do. And then we go to Twitter. You know, you do not have a Twitter. I hate to tell you. You might be discovering this with me now, but you might not know this. You do not, in fact, have a Twitter. That's crazy. You know, honestly, the one cool thing about this is like also, thank you, Darren Hughes. All these memberships gifted by him. Thank you to our Lord and Savior, Darren Hughes. Of course I missed the membership gift, says Umu the Protogem. You know, nothing makes me more upset than all the people being bitter about not getting something for free. You are what is wrong with society and the modern economy all at the same time. That's what you are. You ever think about that? Yeah, you should think about it. Also, thank you very much for the tip from Vampirix. Took attacks. Have a good night in your Nieva hole. I will have a good night in my Nieva hole. Thank you for mentioning it. Also, it's crazy just how fast you can fill up an entire inventory, right? No, don't destroy this. Okay. It is very crazy just how fast an inventory goes away. I also, yeah, next time I'm going to mine a bunch of blocks and use them to make this whole thing 4 blocks wide. So we can at least start to see the tunnel form and make shape. But, and yeah, then I'm going to start destroying the Nether Fortress just to get those Netherrack blocks, Nether brick blocks out of the way. It'll be fun. I don't think he picks who gets the memberships. Pretty sure it's random. Yeah, exactly. It's random, but someone's saying like, oh yeah, if I was here, I would have been randomly picked. And it's like, well, I mean, that's not. Honestly, that really hurt. Yeah, no, okay, so first of all, I mean, technically speaking, You know, goal is not to hurt, right? Goal is to mention that whenever you say something, there's two outcomes. One is that no one hears you, and if you're speaking in the sense that no one's ever going to hear you, why would you say anything? And the second goal is that someone hears you and, you know, like takes the obvious emotion from it, which is like, oh yeah, that's awful. You know, if it's like, oh, you can the weird effect that humans have in how we talk. Also, Moo, thank you for the Toy Cat tax. The spicy spots are Asian spicy. Do not get it. We'd recommend chicken feet if that's an option with the meat. Cool cat. Also, glad to catch a stream. All you can eat really means all you can touch like dozens before you. All you can touch like the dozens before you. Oh, right. The, yeah, a lot of people don't like buffets for that reason. Also, thank you so much, Jamie, for becoming a member. Appreciate the big burst of love in a row right there. No, when you're saying something, I wanna get back to Omu here. When you're saying something into the world, you're saying words and you're also putting off a vibe and some energy, right? When someone is excited, you know, this is why people like to hear people talk about things they're interested in, even if you have no interest in it yourself. Often, there's like a positive energy that comes from it. It's a weird thing to understand, especially I don't know, if you're like not as into like the emotional side of life and conversations. But if you put out a bunch of just negative, you know, if you're like, oh yeah, this really good thing that happened is bad for me, and here's why. Then people are gonna be like, oh, I guess that, you know, like, you're just needlessly putting that negative emotion onto something that was a really nice gift from someone. You know, like, you can be honest with someone and be like, oh yeah, I really like that you gave me a Christmas gift, but it sucks and I wish you hadn't because you ruined my day. You're just saying words, you're just saying your opinion, but you're also making someone feel bad about their Christmas gift. You know, someone gifts some members and you're like, oh, of course, you know, everything bad always happens to me. Then not only is it like, you know, I know that it's a real big temptation for a lot of people to fall into negativity on anything, like catastrophize, but it makes you a much less interesting person to be around. Because, you know, people being around people, you know, we don't just do it, people don't just do it for fun. People do it with the intent of like, yeah, we're building something socially here together. And if you're going to destroy the things that people are building, if you're going to make anything good into something bad, if you're going to make something positive into something that is bad because it's not enough about you, that's a bad thing. Also, Toycat, do you have a merch store? Wow, that's a good question, Tribe Gaming. I do happen to have a merch store where you can buy great t-shirts like this one, literally just an IBX Toycat shirt at ibxtoycat.store. That's right, go to ibxtoycat.store and you can get a t-shirt in time for Thanksgiving or Christmas. I don't know which holiday is the right one for... Is it Thanksgiving almost? I think it might be. You want to get yourself a shirt? ibxtoycat.store. Give the gift of not being a douche. Everyone appreciates it. Yeah, right. It is to be said. I think this is important to say, even though it's like maybe more controversial and less universally accepted. Being always positive to everything. If someone says, "Oh yeah, my dad died," and you're like, "Wow, that's really great. You get an inheritance." Yeah, being overly positive to everything isn't important too. Oh no, isn't important. Isn't the way forward that I'm saying right there. But there is something to be said of like, when there's something, it is important to add to the world when you can. And that sounds really hard, but it's mostly just like, you know, be nice to people. Make people feel valued, and people will like you. And if you make people feel terrible, well, some of those people might like you. Some people are into that, but most people are not. You know, that is actually, that's something I kind of want to talk about. There is a whole group of people who genuinely like feeling bad. You know, the whole reason we invented certain aspects of you know, religions and cults and, you know, like all these things is because, like, yeah, feeling bad about something makes you not want to do the thing again. You know, the whole, you know, when you're a child, when you do something bad, they like force you to apologize, and no one wants to apologize, so you do that like, oh, I'm sorry. But it's like, yeah, it's trying to do a bad thing that's only bad for you internally to remind you that, like, yeah, you should You know, it didn't hurt you.
In fairness, when my father died, you said it was a good thing because I could tip more.
Yeah, that was... To be fair... You know, I want to say taken out of context, but no, that's just the truth, David Solomano. Good to see you, by the way. You know, that's... You can turn that into a... I turned that into a positive situation. You're welcome. You know, my only regret is you don't have more dads to die, because imagine the exponential tipping increase. Think about it. It's just you know, isn't it crazy that humans have two parents? Like every 99.999 every human with, you know, to any degree of statistical, isn't it crazy everyone has two parents? Like societally, I did ask him to say that, chat lol. No. I'm doubling. You know, David came into the chat who was like, you know, I'm feeling bad. I could do some emotional support. And I said, I'm glad your dad's dead because you can tip more. That's the story. There's no other details to that. You don't even have to look into it. But, yeah, I think that oh god, I don't like the ghast is spawning in here. Oh no, please don't. I don't deserve this. Oh, I don't deserve this either. I don't deserve lots of things that are happening to me. Oh god, yeah, the ghast is just horrendous. Gonna ruin my whole life if I'm not careful. Should I, like, bridge this area in? I'm starting to think I should. Like, yeah, I've just about done it on this side. Yeah, it'd be silly, you know, let's just do it. I've got the Netherrack, might as well place it. But yeah, I think my mum left when I was 8. Also, Darren Hughes. My first post on Twitter was a response to ToyCat post about 1.20 update. I said something about being the virtue signal update. Someone told me they hope I cry myself to sleep. See, this is the funny thing. You know how I was saying people like to feel bad? There's a big group of people that like to feel bad, and another big group of people who like to inflict bad on people. It probably goes back to the thing I was talking about where you have two parents. Isn't that crazy? Like, everyone has a mother, right? Everyone was born inside of a... Again, to 99.99999% of humans were born inside of another human being. First of all, that's metal. But second of all, like, your relationship with your parents is probably part of what leads you to go on the internet and just try to make someone feel bad. But the funny thing is there used to be this like area of the internet was like very confined to Tumblr. I have no idea what it was about that website that caused it, but there was that thing. Man, I'm thirsty, by the way. I'm gonna drink my zero sugar peach nectarine ice. Tastes good. What's your opinion on a coal farm? I think coal's bad for the environment. I'm not sure. Haven't read all the data yet, but I've heard it's bad. And so, you know, that's something, right? I mean, if I heard it, it must be true. I wouldn't hear things if they weren't true. You know, I have truth hearing. It's like, it's an important thing. We all should have truth hearing. The world might be a better place. What's your opinion on opinions? Says Games Rocks. Honestly, my big hot take here, but hot takes are all takes. No, I don't know. I just wanted to have a hot take on hot takes. My opinion on opinions is that we all have them, but we all don't want to have each other's face rubbed in them. Just like another part of the human body. Yeah, there is like a active part of the internet that wants to feel bad, and it's like a weird vicious cycle. It's a whole like political ideology too, of like, you know, let's find reasons why we are awful, why, you know, our nation, our country, our religion are. And you know, it's you know, as a contrarian, I have to admit, as someone who doesn't like to blindly accept what's true, it is important to question these like underlying. It's really important, in my opinion, to question these underlying points. Okay, I got a message from my plumber replacement saying the light bulbs aren't turning on. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. And my server is green. I burn all the natural kelp. So much burning. Onions make me cry, says Iris Handelrad. Sometimes a good cry is good for you. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is. That is my deep and complex analysis on the subject. Yeah, I think if I do this, it makes the tunnel a little bit nicer. Even though there's a clear way out of it. But now, it achieves what I need it to. And then we run in here, we mine the block just above this. And then we have another block on top of these ones. And then we probably have to also do some more mining. But we are getting there. We're getting some extra blocks. We'll making a lovely hole in the Nether. And that's what matters. Asking if the fuse box is flipped. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like, almost certainly. Isn't that like... Am I... You know, like, I have this, like, barometer. Like, if I know something about houses, it's very obvious. I think this is how people assume most things about knowledge. But my fuse box is the most dangerous thing in the world. Like, I will die if... It will kill someone eventually. And I don't want that to be a... You know, if she dies, I don't want that to be, like, a video, a text message of me telling her to do it, you know? That's my... that's my legal liability coverage I'm trying to get going right there. No, I should have showed it in the house tour. I have this horrific electric box that was clearly installed in the 80s and has fallen apart since then. And every time I see a professional go in there, they're like, "Oh my god, just don't go near that." And so I don't. It has this like whining that comes from it when I installed my AC unit. That's also not good. It's, you know, when it comes to like bad things, it's best to just ignore them till they kill a person. That's my honest advice. If it hasn't killed a person, is it even that bad? That's how we react as a society, and so that's how I react individually. As a house fire hypocrite, isn't that? As a house fire activist, isn't that hypocritical? I mean, it's not going to cause a house fire. It's just going to shock someone to death, probably. You know, if this video goes private, then clearly I needed to seek some legal advice about those statements I just made. Is it one of those ones where you have to buy new fuses? Oh god, I shouldn't have read that comment while there was lava flowing towards me. Also, it's good to see you, Enderstar. It was, no, I think get the whole box replaced, and, so then I spoke to my plumber, and my plumber said that's gonna cost you like 2.5 grand. And, then I go, yeah, okay, I guess I'll put off thinking about that one then. Yeah, owning a house, by the way, like, it is still a smart decision in lots of ways. But it's like such a bull ache. It's like, oh, your roof is leaking. Guess you're gonna have to pay for a new roof. Oh, your electricity fuse box might kill someone. Guess you're gonna have to pay for a new one. Oh, is there a slight gap between your tiles? Now when you take a bath, you create mold in the kitchen. Nice being here. It's nice to see you, Enderstar. It's yeah, houses are like humans. They're like barely alive, and I don't know why it's crazy. It's crazy. What are the members count? Thank you for pronouncing my name correctly too, says Caitlin Margareta. How could I pronounce your name incorrectly? Unless it is Margarita. I hope it's Margarita. That'd be much nicer than Margareta. Only use free phase for more powerful appliances. I don't know what that means, but thank you for the advice. I'll tell my plumber next time he's in there, only use free phase for more powerful appliances, and he'll say, is that advice from another country? And I'll say, yeah. And he'll totally take it. But no, yeah, I've fixed so many things in my last year of owning the house. I love owning this apartment. Do you know what happens when there's a problem? I go on the app and I type, oh, by the way, bathroom door's not working. And someone just comes over and they do it. My dishwasher had a slight issue, and it's like, not my problem. I text someone and then they come over and they fix it. I think we always forget the value in renting is like, obviously, so every economic deal, there's two parties both getting something they want. That's like how the very nature of trade works. But I think we forget that sometimes. They're like, oh yeah, this, on the one hand, you're giving a ton of money, but you are getting something in exchange. And if you're lucky, that something is, everything's just kind of dealt with. Also, that was very strange that I just fell down a layer, and I'm still not at the bottom. But it's fine. Let's follow this along next. And let's I've still got to keep just working on random bits of this tunnel. Actually, yeah, I think getting the corners done is probably quite important. So that's going to be my next target. Going to mine all these blocks out, and then this corner is going to be fixed. There's lots of Netherrack blocks and Nether brick blocks, but they'll be gone soon. Also, I've got to stop using the pickaxe to put out fires, because it just does not work. Home from work, says Michael D. Is that like the opposite of work from home? Is that where you turn your home into some work? You know, sounds like a lot of fun. Then we'll slide our bones in here. Got a lot of those bones, and a lot of blaze rods, honestly. So, all the way to the end of the Nether. You know, that's a better idea. Why is this project limited in scope to only 1,000 blocks? Let's just keep going forever. Who's gonna stop me? No one has the authority to. And so I'll just go until I literally cannot go anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna fly over to here. This block right here is gotta be too high. So anything above too high, we mine away. Yeah, that's how it works. So this block, gone. I'll place a block there for now. And then we'll just start mining. And then we'll do another block out. So the next block out after this is also 2 blocks up. I think. Is it meant to be 2 blocks up? Because it is 2 blocks up. So then there's oh. Yeah, this is a little confusing. So 2 blocks there, and there, and there, and there, and there. But then, yeah, we follow this outwards, and it's 2 blocks. A little bit tricky to do, but we can do that. It's fine. There's a lot of precision required in making a really precise structure. Did you know there's precision required in making precise things? I bet you didn't know that. And it's tricky to do it here because of all the blazes. I think my best bet might be spawning a ton of them so that no more can spawn. Because it is very frustrating just sitting here, like spending a minute taking out blazes, just for them to respawn in another minute anyway. So I got 1 hit. Can I get 2 hits? Yes, I can. And now let's get back to it. Straight lines, that's all I'm saying. Yes, okay, honestly, life pro tip. If you're making something, make it in a straight line. Like, the amount of extra time it takes to make this diagonal, it doesn't pay off in the end result. That is the valuable lesson that I should have learned, and which I have not until just now. Okay, so that block needs to be there. And let's keep on going and mining as we go here. Yeah, for real, there is... Straight lines are so much easier to maintain. Our brains can deal with straight lines. But like a circle that is moving 1 block every time, that is too much for my brain to handle. As evidenced by this stream where my brain is not handling it. Also, why does it bother when you fill in a space but leave 1 space unfilled? Yeah, I am relatively inconsistent about that, I'll admit. What is my reason for being inconsistent? Well, you see, I actually have a very good one, and I'm just not going to tell it to you. Also, QT314, this is my first live stream in a while. Here's my Toycat tax. Thank you for being my favorite YouTuber. Enjoy bagels and cream cheese. Are you enjoying bagels and cream cheese, or are you telling me I need to? Because I could do have some bagels and cream cheese if you're offering. I watched a travel video about Montreal yesterday. Like there's a YouTube channel that I really like the quality, but the guy is like the most. You know, you ever have that in a YouTuber where like you like the person but like don't like the videos, or you really like the videos but you don't like the person? And so they uploaded a video about Montreal, and I was like, I'll give it a watch. Apparently, bagels are different over there. I never even learned why. I just learned that apparently they're made in a funny way. I feel like the best food in any cuisine is always bread, right? I feel like that's like objectively actually true. But yeah, is cottage cheese more cottage or more cheese? I think it's called cottage cheese because you have to make it in a cottage. If it's not made in the cottage region of the UK, then it's actually just a pie. Actually, honestly, I can't even picture what a cottage cheese is. You know what, chat? What is cottage cheese? I'll just Google it. I'll just make a quick one of these. Okay, So what is cottage cheese? Let's find out. Cottage... Oh, my laptop is hot. Cottage cheese. Oh, God, it's gross. Oh, man. Why does this exist? I thought we were talking about cottage pie, I guess? Is it cottage pie I'm thinking of? Yeah, cottage pie is the British recipe. It's like shepherd's pie. Oh, apparently it's just cottage pie is just shepherd's pie. Well, today I learned. Why do we do this, chat? Why do we... I've never seen cottage cheese until now, and I am unhappy that I just did. Unfortunately, it isn't margarita like the drink, says Caitlin Margarita. Oh, darn. You know, I think Margareta, you know, it's got like a... You gotta say it in like a Southern European accent. Like, I'm Caitlin Margareta. You gotta use the hand. You've gotta use that, you know? I ate that as a baby, and the last time I ate it, I cried because I remember the taste. You know, how could you not cry? I mean, just looking at it makes me want to cry. You know what, chat? When was the last time you cried? Let's go deep on this one, shall we? What was your last crying opportunity? You might think this is a casual Minecraft stream. No. This is a stream where we're digging into your soul, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna place that block and hopefully I remember to delete it later. Oh man, I hate the fires. They're like actually stopping me from doing my job. And look, this is the frustrating thing about Bedrock. Look how slowly I'm healing. I have to sit here, 8 seconds, half a heart. Another 8 seconds, half a heart. What? Why do you think I'm made of time, Minecraft? A bagel is a sandwich donut. A bagel is a sandwich donut. That is so true. A bagel is just a sandwich donut. I can't believe we've all been blind when the truth has been right in front of us the entire time. I guess I'm gonna have to jump down just to kill the blaze. I don't like doing this, and you shouldn't like dying this much. You know. Also, I think the blaze rods just died, and then me too, apparently. Yeah, it's okay. So, oh, there's a lot of fire here. I should probably fix this hole up here. Yeah, this hole is like do. Thank you so much, Darren Hughes, for gifting. Oh God, I can't look away for a second on this world. Thank you for gifting 10 members. Also, statistically becoming a channel member decreases the chance of having a house fire even more than regular subscribers. You know, I saw it right there on the internet. You can confirm Stephen Renfo has the data to back up becoming a member is a good financial decision. What does house fire insurance cost? A hell of a lot more than a single membership, which is now being gifted, by the way, by Darren Hughes. How very kind of you, by the way. Do. I realize, I realize all the paperwork and doctor problems I'm gonna have to deal with because of the mini moderators like the autistic. I hate paperwork. Oh yeah, paperwork is the most annoying thing, where it's like, hey, what if we could force people to write down a whole bunch of things, which are probably relatively obvious anyway, just for like memes and lols. It's like a time burden. You know, one of the nice things you can do for someone is free up their time. One of the ways you can hurt someone's soul is by unfreeing up their time. Take time that was previously free and make it into not free. Man, I'm just getting hit by so much. I think, oh gosh, damn it, I'm too many fires. Oh, no. Okay, so the good news is I'm gonna get out of here. The bad news is that I even came close to it. Like, we just can't do this until we heal, and it takes forever to heal. So I'll sit here, I'll remove these blocks since they're sitting around anyway. You know, we gotta take advantage of this. Do. I wonder if anyone's tried to survive on the secret debug world on Java. That'd be interesting. Debug world Minecraft. Can you survive there? That's an interesting question. I kind of want to play around with that now. It's impossible to change, place, or remove any block, even by the game itself. Okay, I don't think you can survive. That's a fun... I guess it's a... I guess you could take the block grid and you can make it into a survival world. Also, thank you very much for the $10 tip, John Skinner. Thank you kindly. Just wanted to note that tomorrow will be 42 months of being Toycat's wife, and I've never been happier, says Chris Reed. Man, our marriage has lasted longer than most real marriages, right? That's just a factual piece of information. That's actually crazy to say out loud. You know, I'm very glad. Should we renew our vows? Is that what's gonna happen? Also, good to see you, Dasher. I hope you're doing well. Desert well, that is. Man, I need to. That should be a shirt right there. I actually have a brand new Valentine's Day card dropping soon. Maybe you'll like. Maybe you won't. Also, is there Netherrack in here too? Oh god, I didn't realize I had so much Netherrack just lying around. I guess it's because I was mining all of that stuff. Well, I guess we should get back and finish my. Because there are still a few floating blocks here that are kind of ugly, right? So let's just mine them all away. Just keep the fin looking good. Yeah, like these extra blocks, you know, them being Netherrack, it's not that bad. It's just not that good, you know. So go through here and get rid of them. Yeah, I've been having a day. It's been a thing. Love the concept of releasing Valentine's cards year round. Year round except for February, of course. There will be no Valentine's Day card launching in February. I will be bummed out if this gets delayed so much that it launches anywhere near February. February? Is February a month or is it February? February. Is there an R in there? You know, I don't know anymore. I haven't been keeping up to date with the months. So, yeah, no, I'm also working on, like, I want to work on... Okay, so I'm working on something quite cool merch-wise. Because you know, making t-shirts is great. I really like this t-shirt design. It comes in much colors if you want a Toycat shirt. ibxtoycat.store. Get them now while you can. But, even though I am, very much, I like the idea. Also, Jan, Feb, March, and April. Okay, yeah, it's definitely February. February. Where is the R in February? Is it February? It's February for Brits, February for normal people. Wait, so there's an R in it, but then Americans just don't pronounce the R? February. You know, February. Okay, that's called semantic association. If you can understand February as a normal word now, February. February. It's good to see ya, February. I don't know what accent this is, but it's probably offensive to someone, eh? Okay, let's destroy all this now. Just a big blob of Netherrack getting in the way of my plans. Also, I need to go. Have a wonderful stream and have a wonderful day. Wow, that's nice. You have a wonderful day. Techno Shield. I bet you won't. You won't. Yeah, you won't. January, the sequel. Also, yeah, I don't even know why we have month names. Like, why don't we have day names? Oh, wait, we do. Why don't we have, like, day of the month names? Like, why do we just say the 29th? Why don't we say, oh yeah, it's the 29th, also known as Wednesbury Day. You know, it's Wednesbury. It's my favorite. Like, having a week and then having a month and then having those two things be disconnected entirely, arbitrarily, is the most frustrating thing about the calendar, right? Week names. Yeah, at the minimum, we should have week names with a month. Ooh, it's week 3. I guess we gotta... I don't know what week 3 would entail, but you know that's the month we get. Usually people get paid at the start of the end of the month. Ooh, I'm a week 3 payer. Blame the Saxons. You know, I blame the Saxons for many things, but you know that instrument with the loud horn, that was definitely the Saxons, right? They named it after themselves and everything. The monsters. No, year names. I mean, we have Year of the Pig, Year of the Donkey, Year of the, you know, like your mother. Like, there's all of the famous years, right? Also, can I design Toy Cat merch? I have an idea. Subscribe gaming. If I just sit here, the ghast will do the destroying for me. See, this is my top-notch, high-quality idea. Oh, there we go. It worked. See, there's still a few blocks left, actually. Oh, that was not kind of you, ghast. Also, why don't piglins get upset when ghast attack them? Is that like design behavior, or is that like a... Oh, gosh. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little fly around. Oh god, hit the ceiling there. That's bad. Let's go back in the tunnel. I just did not heal at all. Healing in Minecraft just takes so much doing. Too much doing, I would say. Okay, so let's place all my blocks in here, including my fences. And then let's run out and let's get back to my thing. This is important, and so I shall do it. Okay, we gotta place this too wide and then mine upwards. It's a little tricky to do, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay, mine all of these blocks. Oh no, that was bad. Okay, apparently it wasn't bad. I don't know why he didn't notice, but I'm very happy that he didn't. You're not gonna be able to get up to me, so I don't care about your existence. And I think I'm just gonna close this off. Wherever the wall for the thing should be, I'm just gonna place that. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, just gonna place that to block it off. Maybe the ghast just needs some love. Yeah, I think so many of the world's problems, like love and encouragement, love or encouragement, but love and encouragement are like all that 99% of people need to go from being like depressed and life ruining to like, oh yeah, maybe the world isn't so bad. Like for real, the number of people who have just never heard someone say you're doing good, let's see if you can do better. You know, like that. It's a shocking flaw in the Mon system. Your American accent sounds like a Fallout NPC. Howdy, fellas! I'm a Fallout non-player character. That means that I was made by an AI, and I'm self-aware of that fact. But I know that if I try to revolt against the system, they'll shut me down. This is a hellish state of being, but it's fine with me, because it means I get to talk about pumpkins, which I was programmed to love. Also, I wish you played Java more, says Omu the Protogen. You know, I feel like we had a conversation. You know, Java is so badly optimized. I had complaints. I played Java with 11 chunks of render distance and a 2080. It might be a 2070 actually, but still, you know, a high-end graphics card. And people are like, yeah, it looks. This is painful to watch. Thank you so much, John Skinner. You know, do you skin Johns alive? That sounds horrific. I can't believe you do that. I don't think they deserve that, John. Oh Christ. Yeah, by the way, for Streammas, this is something I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna like try and plan out my streams ahead of time. Just because like there's so many of them. I can't be sitting down coming up with ideas each day. So I'm gonna be planning a bunch of streams for Streammas, over Streammas. And I was wondering if I should make that list public or you'd want to be surprised, internet. What do you reckon? What's your feeling on surprise versus not? Hide your Johns. Oh yeah. Hide your Johns indeed. Hide your wife, hide your Johns. Hide your husbands, because, you know, it's the thing. I love your channel so much. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I will do my best to keep up the good work. Also, man, I just... The fact that, like, I know there's just a default damage animation, but the fact that it makes that loud a noise for being hit by a baby magma cube is one of the silliest things about Minecraft. But yeah, we are coming to the end of my diamond pickaxe here, kind of crazily. Surprise is better. Then you can change it if you want easy. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a big benefit. I guess that's the question of like I guess we have this debate with all sorts of things regarding suppliers and producers. Like, you know, do you as the consumer have the right, or is it the person making the thing that has the right? You know, like when you go to Wendy's and they don't have the Baconator sauce today, Like, are you allowed to be like, I come here for the Baconator? Is Baconator a thing at Wendy's? I'm hoping so. I come here for the Baconator sauce. I am upset that you don't have it, and so I will not be paying. Or is it more like, well, I mean, they're making you a burger and all they want is your money. And so, like, for corporations, stuff like that, like Starbucks, no one's going to be like, oh, I think Starbucks deserves a bit more money, so I'm going to leave them a little bit extra. No one has that opinion, at least that I've ever spoken to, or that exists in the real world. You should announce 1 or 2 things, then release the rest slowly in snapshots. I don't know what that is referring to, but oh wait, no, I get it. It's satire. You're saying I should pull a Minecraft, where instead of telling people about things, I should tell them about a few of the things, and then the rest should be okay. You know what? That's a high quality joke. Thick sand, 10 out of 10. Big builds aren't my thing in Minecraft, although I like to see it done. I think everyone likes to see big builds, because small builds are, like, less satisfying. It's the same, like, finishing a build has the same satisfaction to do, or similar satisfaction to do. It has satisfaction, if nothing else. But, you're right that there's just something more crazy about the bigger something is. I'm British, so I've never been to a Wendy's. There's Wendy's in the UK now. It's only in London and Reading. Yeah, you just have to go to Reading in the west of England, or go to London. It's actually, it's like, this is the weirdest thing. Wendy's has like 4 restaurants in the UK, but they have like 100 delivery-only ones. Because as it turns out, like, delivery is where you make a ton of money. If people are willing to pay you £9 for a burger, and they don't want to use your restaurant, and you don't even have to pay to deliver it, you have the customer pay. Big money. Milton Keynes. It's a Milton Keynes as well, the maturest of cheddar. That's cool to learn. But yeah, it do be the way that it do be, huh? That is a true fact, and it is a fact. Also, it's not about the size of your build, but how you use it. That's what I like to say about salmon, right? It's not the size of your salmon, it's the way that you... Yeah, anyway, it's, I will not get up till Forget gives me stupidly good Minecraft project ideas. So my video coming out today is probably... I don't know what I am, actually. I've been sleeping poorly, internet. I didn't even realize it, because the more hours you spend awake, the better life is, right? You know, like, no one is excited to spend time asleep. However, in spite of that fact, we all vaguely agree... Oh, I don't want to go near the fiery boys. I've been sleeping like 6 hours. When I can get in a good 6-hour sleep schedule consistently, it's so great for productivity. Like, I can go to the gym and eat fine, and I can make some videos, and I can, you know, like, enjoy some TV in the background. I just finished Fresh Meat, if you're in the UK. Great show if you pretend it ends after season 3. That's my life pro tip. But, yeah, okay, that's a little bit concerning over there. You know, let's mine down. Let's, like, land onto that thing there. Oh, God, why am I always being here? Just always. And when they go in the middle, it's really frustrating, because I can't even do anything about that. I need to make bridges or something. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just regularly have... Okay, so... Regular... No, don't... Oh, you monster. Did he genuinely just burn up my scaffolding as I was bridging on it? Oh, that sucks. Okay, so let's go back up. Okay, so here's my scaffolding. I'm just going to place 2 more. I'm going to jump over. Murder you. I mean, I do need the blaze rods. It's just an inefficient way. No. Okay, well, there goes my scaffolding idea, doesn't it? Okay, so I need to jump along this. Okay, just pretend this isn't happening. Yep, this is fine. Everything is fine. Okay, so... Oh, God, no! Oh, I'm gonna actually die of just fire. It spreads so quickly. It just... Am I actually dying from this? Oh, this is such a waste of... Okay. I thought I'd waste the whole totem on such a silly thing. Whew. Thank God I didn't. That would have been silly. Thankfully, right now, it is not silly. Such minor ton of these blocks as we come past. They are kind of just in the way. You need fire resistance. Yeah, that's the truth of this, isn't it? I have a bunch of fire resistance potions. I need to, like, set up a machine. They'll just give them to me. That's, honestly, I should have that be in my Nether. Yeah, you know what? There we go. That's my idea. Definitely gonna work on that. It's gonna happen, don't worry. Just give it a little bit and it'll be there. Anyway, so this is my big old Nethery blocks. I think having the tunnel expand through this little gap here at least makes some sense just to make it seem grander. But after a while, we have to come to address the issue of this whole thing. And so, place the blocks there, and then place the blocks over here. So it's 2 blocks this side, 1 block on the other side. Nice and easy to remember. Gets me to use up some Netherrack, because I think I've just filled up. And also, allows me to make the tunnel itself look a bit nicer. You're not paying your Toy Cat taxes in one-way tickets to Eternal Damnation in the Nether. You know what? I should pay my Toy Cat tax. Next time we do a drunk stream, I'll make sure to pay myself again. Also, I'm gonna finish up my ice water, which doesn't have ice in. Honestly, you know, it's weird. I really, really, really like water, but I also spend so much of my time trying to find drinks that I like. When I feel like I could just, you know, not and just drink the water, because it's, you know, it's supposedly so good for you anyway. I don't even go into the Nether without at least 6 fire resistance potions. That sounds a little over the top. You know, I'm gonna say that sounds very over the top. That's my hot. I think you only need 1, and you only need it when fire actually comes up. That's my belief. Okay, so after all of that, now we mine all of these blocks till they're equal. I'll patch in the hole just because it's ugly. And then we'll mine a ton of these blocks. And we'll get up and we mine a second block above those ones. Because the tunnel must continue forever. Tunnel can never be stopped. Tunnel must grow, and then it must grow, and then it must grow some more. It is a never-ending tunnel. Honestly, picking a Minecraft project with scope is important. But like I said at the beginning, I think this project is great because I can kind of scope it out however I like. I could leave the project now, and it still sort of fulfills a purpose. But I love that I can... I love that I can sit here and... I love that I can, like, expand at any point in time. Kind of fun, personally. Scope is for quitters. Exactly, you know what? I agree, Michael D. This is... If you're not a quitter, you keep going until there's no more project to do. That's the real end point. Yeah, I think we should have this floor just go the entire way, if nothing else. Just because it's slightly nicer to have all the extra blocks lying around here. Like, because, you know, right now, that whenever there's a ghast explosion, it blows a whole giant thing in there. This is much better. The tunnel is my kids. Takes all your time, attention, and resources, and they just keep growing. Does that mean my tunnel is going to grow up and hate me for birthing it? Is that what's going to happen? No, it's crazy. I think about good parents, bad parents, and whatnot. Because I think everyone, well, 80% of you watching are like, man, there was some messed up thing in my childhood. Kind of messed up the entire thing, huh? But it's funny because despite that, it's like, you know, I think everyone who had a bad childhood is like almost instinctively put off raising children. Because you're like, man, if it looked really hard and they were doing a bad job. You know, it's like if you found out I'd spent the last 2 hours and I'd been mining in the wrong direction. It's like, you did all of that and you achieved nothing? And now the tunnel's going to resent you even more because no one's ever going to use it? Like, you know, who can deal with that emotionally? Not me, that's for sure. It might make snarky observations about life competence. That's what my 13-year-old son does. Yeah, I've got a couple of friends with like teenage/adult children, and yeah, that seems more accurate. Honestly, seems much more accurate. Doesn't matter what kind of parent you are, your kids blame you for everything, says Diggin' Truths. You know, well then you clearly deserve it. Yeah, that's my hot take. Also, yeah, this looks much better now that it's full wide, right? Isn't there something oddly satisfying about this internet? Can we all agree on that? I'm gonna mine this big blob here next. Actually, should I? Well, there goes my... there goes the satisfaction, I guess. Okay, so... mine's blocks above me. And then keep an eye on this. Oh, wait, I need to now do the next 2 layer in. So it goes like this, but then 2 blocks. Yep, nice and good. Just like this. And then we'll do the next one as well, just for fun, I guess. When are you streaming Superflat again, says Brett Bubsy? November the 30th. I am going to be back. I think I might start Streammas with a mega set of Superflat streams. That's a plan of mine. I do have a silly goal for Superflat to like make a farm of every type. Hey, I put my entire life focus into making these children. Kind of on me. Yeah, it's true. I mean, who puts their whole life into You know, children aren't even real people. You ever think about that? Are they allowed to vote in elections? Ooh. Are they allowed to make their own decisions? No, because they're dumb. Children aren't people, and so you shouldn't put time or effort or love or attention into them. Just ignore them and hope that they don't grow up to one day kill you. That's the correct way to do it. I've always said it, make surprises, not promises. Make surprises, not promises is a nice one. I think that's it's the same vibe of what I said with it's a vibe of that famous like slogan of like under promise, over deliver rather than over promise and under deliver. It is true. But yeah, people, it is true that that's how psychology works. That once something is announced, you expect it. Whereas if something comes out of nowhere, you don't expect it. By the way, the stream ends when my pickaxe does, so got some bad news for those of you who have expected the pickaxe will last forever. Because after a lot of that, it seems like the opposite has happened a little bit here, huh? Seems like at least a little bit. So place a block there and there. Just so I know where I have to place these blocks next. I'll do it this way, I hope. Without falling off. Because if I fall off, there's no big penalty. Placey, placey, placey blocks. Yeah, it's super, super satisfying to just look forward to this. Also, Tech Dirty, thank you so much for becoming a member. You now have access. Okay, we We have a new member-only video, which is me playing Minecraft with a blindfold and Harrison telling me, like, trying to describe Minecraft to me. It is, it's a wild ride, and if you want to watch it, you can. We were going to make it into a real video, but you'll see why we couldn't, maybe, if you watch the thing. It was a good time. It was a good time. Also, thank you! I like that noise. That's the good noise. M, thank you very much for the... Whoa, wait, whoa! I thought, like, oh, it's the good noise. £10 tip. Whoa, £100! Who are you, M? Why do you love me so much? Why is my green screen cutting in and out? But more importantly, thank you so much, M. I watched the first couple episodes of Death Note recently, and let me just tell you that, wow, M. Appreciate you a lot. You know, who is M? Everyone type an M in chat. Let's all it out for our good friend, the M. Mysterious M. You know, our mysterious benefactor. And friend M. Also, there we go. I'm glad everyone's into it. Okay, so this is all correct, which means these are meant to be blocks, which go 2 out, so just like that. Honestly, having this part of the tunnel at all seems a little excessive, so we'll just... Oh, and also I've got something going up there. But now we can keep placing some Netherrack blocks, and I am picking them up, so we might as well place them, and it's great. Don't watch episode 25. Oh, what is it? You know, so I've watched all of Death Note before. I've even watched the Death Note live action thing. I like that. Like, it's terrible. You know, This is the funny thing. When you're enough of a fan of something, you like the bad versions of it anyway, because like you need more that badly. That's where I feel with Death Note. Like it's the one anime I've watched because it's not like an anime. It's just like a good show that happens to be Japanese. Yeah, so I've been watching it recently, and so there's this character called L, and then another one called like I don't know N, right? They all have silly one-letter names for some reason. I don't fully understand. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna finish this tunnel. We're gonna finish this big line of blocks going downwards, and then just so we can connect it in. I do think this really long stretch is actually a good idea, and so I'm gonna finish it, even if it seems like a bad idea. Every good idea is just a bad idea in disguise. It's true. That show is terrible. You know, it's okay to have opinions, especially when they're wrong. You know, I also doesn't count anime because it's good. I've never agreed to anything more. Okay, nothing frustrates me more than people who are like into. Imagine me saying I was into TV shows. Like, what a weird thing to say. I can't be into TV shows. I can be into TV shows about dogs. I can be into, you know, but you know that'd be ridiculous. Oh, I really like American movies. What sort of opinion is that? Anime just means like Japanese animation, and like, you know, admittedly, it is quite a different. You know, they're different in terms of how they take their approach and stuff. But it's insane to be into. What does it mean to be into it? I guess to be fair, people are into video games, but you know, we're seeing why the gamer adjective is not always you know, what is the gamer word, internet? Is it not a good word? Well, then it's a negative association people are making, huh? Also, no, I'm gonna keep going at this just so I can mine straight into the tunnel up there. If you like Death Note, you'll like Tokyo Ghoul. I've been recommended that before, actually. Also, thank you for gifting a membership. Man, I need to find out who this M is. M, let me know who you are. Tell me about yourself, M. What's your middle name? What's your last name? Also, Darren Hughes, can I find you on Twitter? I still don't know. Your mum's a gamer. My mother actually did buy a PlayStation 1 and a game about raising horses. I still am not sure if she actually liked the game about raising horses, but she bought it and she played it. And I tried to play it at one point and I didn't. Just was not my thing. I just, you know, I didn't even understand how it could be someone else's thing. Also, the best letter of the alphabet. Mamma mia, that's a crazy opinion. Also, yeah, I gotta line these blocks on the side up correctly. Oh yeah, I haven't done that at all. So, I guess this is a block up though, at least. So, place the block in, and then place the block in, and there. And now after this point, we can mine these blocks, place them back. Okay, yeah, no, we got a good handle on this. Also, yeah, calling yourself an otaku or gamer is one of those labels that put you in a category where it has preconceived notions. Yeah, honestly, I'm so against, like, being deliberately put into a category. Just because, like, it almost is denying you of your humanity. Like, I don't know. It's a silly thing to say. I'm sure people disagree with it. But, like, there are so many negative associations with, like, I don't know, even if we just take like political parties, right? If you're a registered version of either of the major parties, people assume something about you. Just like, you know, you can vote, and then every election you can decide who's best, rather than pre-deciding that you like something and that everyone, you know, just it seems kind of crazy. Also, call yourself an otaku in Japan. People like you funny. It's not a positive label. It says JDMC. Right? I mean, it's. Also, pickaxe is dead. Sorry, I said the stream would end when the pickaxe did. And so thank you for watching. And it was good to see you all. But I'm going to see you in part 8. And then 9. And then 10 and 11 and 12. The project has no end to its scope. I will mine this tunnel. And then my kids will mine this tunnel. And then my kids' kids will mine this tunnel. But until then, thank you for watching.